Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Wow, this review is extremely late, but yeah, so this is my review, my late review of My Hero Academia, or as you Japanese translators call it, Boku no Hero, episode number 5. Mambo number 5. Sorry, that was a reference for an old song, but you get the idea. So anyways, this episode of My Hero Academia, yeah, I know this review is extremely late. I apologize that this review is extremely late, but I had other things to do, you guys, so my apologies if it's, like, extremely delayed, but I figured, you know, what the hell, this is a perfect time than any, because there's no One Piece chapter, because the One Piece chapter and all that jazz, all the chapters came out, like, on a Monday, so basically there's no chapters tomorrow on its regular basis schedule on Thursday. So instead there's nothing because it's already done. We already had it. So now I guess what I could do for Thursdays is this and probably like my other stuff of like Skullgirls. I was planning to do maybe one of like Pokemon Tournament or something, but we'll see. Anyways though, so enough about that. So with this episode of My Hero Academia, we see that the exams or the physical tests or just like the tests in general have already just started. So basically it's a very simple concept. We see IZUKU, who has pretty much finally made it to the UA Academy High, and what happens is that he meets like, you know, the people that, you know, he pretty much, you know, had to compete against in the other test, you know, that he had to actually get into the actual school. Like, he sees him again, he was a bit nervous, especially what's his face? The dude with the fucking motor power, which I've seen the intro. Trying to remember his name exactly. He saw his, of course, his old school, his younger rival, Katsuki, which he's already, you know, there. And we see, Okako there, you know, the girl that pretty much has that, gravitational power, you know, how she can actually have, like, an immense, like, she can make anything into, like, its own, like pressure, like it's pretty much like a gravity pressure kind of thing, and if it gets a little bit too much, you know, she starts to get nauseous. So then we also, Tenya, that was his name. I forget the hero name that he has, but I do remember his regular name is Tenya. And Tenya, the dude with the glasses, he kind of looks like Uryu from Bleach, sort of, except I think he's gonna have some like motorcycle power, like again the engine power. It's like a speed CORK or something like that. Like I think they explain it also in the running test, like the long distance run. You know the run test or whatever it's called, the triathlon test. And basically, you know, he got a really high score, obviously. And then we actually see the frog girl, Suyu, which is like a frog reptile type of ability, you know, like with her like CORK, you know, she can actually reach, you know, far places with her tongue, and she's got like speed, like really high jump ability. Like the jump was ridiculously high when she did, like, you know, exactly like a frog. And then of course we got a whole bunch of other people, you know, competing. You know, we got that one dude with the fucking flamboyant, you know, fucking design, the one with, like, with the laser from, like, his belt and shit like that. Yeah, that dude. Again, this is a brand new series to me, so I don't know all the characters pretty much. So, basically, I guess I had to learn them as well down the way when I actually get more into the series. But anyways, though, we see that IZUKU, he had, like, certain exams. He did, you know, quite, you know, good, not well, not fantastic, just kind of good enough to actually get into the other tests. You know, like, you know, he has to use like a certain power to like throw a certain item and stuff, you know, stuff like that. So basically, you know, it's a lot of physical exercise kind of thing. And the problem is that he's not really quite used to his CORK yet. And pretty much he has to actually have an image of his head of like an egg that's trying to cook in the microwave without pretty much, I guess, like exploding or something like that. It's a really weird, unique kind of image. Like, All Might has is like, oh, mine was like I was thinking about a really big rush, and then all of a sudden my powers came, or some shit like that. I don't really remember exactly. So basically, when you know, he was still trying to he got a job there at the school, but he didn't realize that that he only just did it because he knows exactly, like, some of the school, I think, know exactly who he really is and stuff like that. You know, how All Might really, you know, true identity of All Might. So basically, it's kind of, you know, like, why, you know, he kind of just works here at the school. You know, as like a job kind of thing. So we don't really notice his, you know, public, you know, that skinny, his original skinny form, you know, the one that, like, pukes out blood and shit like that. So anyways, we see that there's this one test where basically IZUKU has to pretty much throw, like, this thing in a really good, like, high record. And he was getting nervous because with the CORK he has with his smash ability, he pretty much thought, like, you know, that he could pretty much just do it, like, with ease or whatever. Like, you figure, okay, as long as I concentrate, just get it exactly right. All of a sudden, he notices his CORK is erased. And we find out that the teacher dude, which, by the way, you know, don't underestimate this guy. Like, I really thought this dude was kind of like not a slouched, but he was kind of like a weird, kind of slouchy kind of fucking teacher, or the homeroom teacher. But this dude ain't no bitch. He ain't no joke. This dude, don't judge him by his appearances. Well, he's kind of like a laid back character. Like, he's pretty much more like a laid back Kakashi from Naruto, pretty much. And speaking of Kakashi, he's pretty much a more, I guess a really more, wow. The dude is like, oh man, like, he is kind of more of a brutal version of Kakashi. Because, like, his true identity, this person, the actual homeroom teacher, his name is Eraserhead. And Eraserhead is an underground hero that has the ability to actually erase people's CORKs with the moment they actually makes eye contact and with a certain power CORK that he actually has. You know, like with those like mummy-like strings, you know, he's like, you know, grabbing onto IZUKU. He says like, you know, you just pretty much just obtained that CORK. You're pretty much CORKless. You're not really meant to be a hero. If you really think it's going to be that easy, it's not. You know, since I erased pretty much most of your CORK, and even though if you got it back, it doesn't matter. But the kind of strength you have and the confidence you have, you're never going to be able to, you know, get this test right. You might as well just like drop or whatever. So this guy is pretty much a very, well, he's kind of laid back like Kakashi. He could pretty be much on almost a little above savage level compared to Kakashi. And you know, this lazy smirk guy is kind of more like basically like a more, again, he's like a more savage Kakashi. And when he really wants to be, when he's not like in like, you know, fucking weird mode, like this dude, he ain't no bitch. Like he's a really powerful dude. Like he can actually erase people's CORKs. It's actually kind of crazy. And we see that IZUKU, that instead of him just using his powers fully, because if he were to do that, it would go out of control. And he noticed that his powers got erased immediately. And Eraserhead pretty much figured that the dude was CORKless from the very beginning. So what happens is like IZUKU thought smart. Instead of just using all of the power all at once and just doing it recklessly, he decided to concentrate it in his finger. Now that was actually kind of cool. He had the ability to actually control that power within his own finger, just one little finger, and he threw it, and the force, dude, it was ridiculous. Like that thing flew so many fucking meters, it wasn't even funny, man. I'm like, holy shit. Even All Might was like, what the hell, you dude? You just got this power. And it's like, all of a sudden you knew how to channel it and fucking control it in just one part of your body? Like, what the hell? All Might was even trying to figure that out. But, you know what? That's, you know, when it comes to all that, that's pretty much about it. And so it looks like IZUKU might be able to finally make it into the actual, might be able to pass the exams after all, might be able to make it into the, you know, academy and stuff. And judging from the preview, it kind of looks like we're going to get ourselves like a little battle test for what we're seeing. From what I read, it's some kind of battle test. And I'm thinking, oh shit, we're going to see two long rivals pretty much fight against each other. And that's actually pretty badass. So, not only that, we're going to see IZUKU and we're going to see Katsuki, you know, fight off against each other, sort of like in this team match thing. And I believe his team member is Okako, which kind of makes sense because, you know, they kind of, it seems like these two are always pretty much shipped together as like a pairing. From what I've been hearing from the fandom, you know, they're pretty much, you know, paired up a lot, like in shipping and stuff. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the episode. Overall, it was a pretty solid, good episode. Like, I enjoyed it. Basically, it was just like one of those setup, kind of episodes of like exams and stuff, just to pretty much introduce some of the powers of the quirks of, how their characters are and stuff like that. Katsuki's pretty much a goddamn fucking high school bully, man. Like, this dude doesn't give a fuck. He's like, yo, I'm just sitting here chilling on the fucking desk with my legs up. Like, I'm comfortable. That's just how I roll. I don't care. If you don't like it, deal with it. And he's pretty pissed that Izuku found some kind of way to actually make it in. He thought he was cheating or some bullshit when obviously he's really not. And he says that to him like, look, man, I actually did it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to become the hero that I've always wanted to be. So that was some determination right there. I guess he's been playing some Undertale a lot or something. I don't know. So basically that's it. I'm going to give the episode about a 4 out of 5. It was a pretty damn good episode. I enjoyed it. I think next week's episode might be a bit more better though, from what I've been seeing. I know, don't worry. I'm pretty sure I know the show is going to get more hype. It's going to get really good. I mean, episode 4 really did got me into that. It was like one of my favorite episodes. Would still have to be episode 4. To me, I think episode 4 was a bit more better, but this episode was fine. We did see some progression, so it kind of looks like things are finally, speeding up when it comes to these, I guess, little exams they're going to have, like in a team battle. So now we're going to see this, like, team battle sort of thing. So we're going to see, I guess, we're going to find out how that goes. So that's pretty much it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of this episode of My Hero Academia, episode 5. And I will see you guys, hopefully that Sunday or that Monday, for episode 6, if I get everything done on time for my reviews. So until then, that's basically it. I'm the Ninja Reviewer. Signing out. Peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky's the limit. And my manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. And yeah, until I'll see you guys next week for the other episode.